What's going on? Oh, I think I missed that one. So the next name in Vishnu Sahasranam, name 58, is Krsnah. It's one of the names of Vishnu. For those who think that Vishnu is supreme, they think that Krishna is one of the forms of Vishnu. But as we know, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the original form from which all other forms come. As in the Bhagavatam, we find in the list of avatars of Vishnu, Krishna is included. Well, that's evidence, isn't it, that Krishna is an avatar of Vishnu. But only apparently so. Krishna appears as an avatar of Vishnu, but actually he is the original form from which all forms come. And one of the jiyas, which means like the acharyas in the Ramanuja Sampradaya, he told one of our devotees recently, this jiya, he's reading Prabhupada's books. They have their own, but he's reading Prabhupada's books. Actually, one of our devotees, some years ago, he went in Sri Rangam, which is like the headquarters of the Ramanuja Sampradaya, and he wanted to get some of their books. So he went. Someone's getting excited. So he went in the office and said, can you tell me where I can get some spiritual books? He said, you go to the ISKCON Center. So they have all the best books. You go there. He said, well, actually I wanted some of the Ramanuja. No, you go there. There's better. You go there. So, one of the jiyas, there are a few, they're like this, they're spiritual heads, they initiate and they're in charge of different mats. So he's very friendly with one of our devotees there. And he's been reading Prabhupada's books. He said, actually your Prabhupada is right. Krishna is the original form. And he said, you see, Ranganath, that's the deity in Sri Rangam, the deity of Vishnu. So he has two hands. You see? That's the main form. So, your Prabhupada is right. Krishna is the original form. So, Krishna, this name comes number 58 in Vishnu Sahasranam, but for those who know, it's the main name. And Baladev Vidyabhushan, in his commentary on Vishnu Sahasranam, makes the point that Krishna is the main name. What are the meanings of the name of Krishna? Vallabhacharya, he wanted to give a whole big explanation on that, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I only know two names, Yashodanandana and Shyamasundara, which are not, neither of these names are linguistic derivations of the word Krishna, but for those who know Krishna, those who can grasp Krishna, those who embrace Krishna, they don't make linguistic derivations. They know him as Yashodanandana and Shyamasundara. But linguistic derivations, actually, in the Ramanuja and this Sampradaya explanation, and in Shankara explanation, neither of the main meanings of the name Krishna that Prabhupada told us are given, which means all attractive. Who attracts? Krishna attracts by his qualities. All Aishvaryasya Samagrasya Viryasya Yashasya Shriyaha Jnana Vairagya Yaschaiva Shannang Bhaga Etingana. He who has all wealth, strength, fame, knowledge, beauty and renunciation is all attractive. So, the meanings given here, one who has a dark blue complexion, that's a basic meaning of Krishna, means blackish. And so we find, the Krishna, they're kind of deer called Krishna because they're black. And there's Krishnagiri, Black Hill. So, sometimes in the newspaper in Bengal I used to see Krishna Divas. It means a black day. It means something bad happened. So, Krishna means black, but, so that's one meaning. Idanim Krishnatam Gataha. When Garga Muni was speaking about Krishna at his name-giving ceremony, he said that Shuklo Raktas Tata Pita Idanim Krishnatas Gataha. Previously, he appeared in white form, previously appeared in a red form, previously appeared in a yellow form, and now he has appeared in a black form. So that's, to say that Krishna means black is also supported by Garga Rishi. Then another meaning, this comes from the Mahabharata verse, which is quoted somewhat differently by this Parashara Bhatta and by Baladev Vidyabhushan. The first line is the same. Krishir bhuvachaka shabdo nascha nirvriti vachakaha. Then Baladev says, Tayar aikyang parang brahma Krishna ityabhidhiyate. And in the quote from the Mahabharata, which they give, or maybe they're both, they give a different reference, both from the Udyog Parva. Vishnas tad bhava yoga chak Krishno bhavati shashvataha. So, this Krish means bhu. And na means nivritti, which in this context is understood to mean bliss. So when there is bhu plus bliss, that is Krishna. He is the supreme truth who is the combination of bhu and bliss. Then what does bhu mean? Well, Shankaracharya states that, of course, if different acharyas give different meanings, it doesn't mean that one is right and one is wrong. It means they're both right. But there are different, one stresses one feature more than the other. So Shankara says that bhu means existence. So, Krishna is eternally existent. He is existence. He is the basis of all existence. Everything exists in Him. Everything exists because of Him. So He is existence. And Parashara Bhatta interprets that to mean bhu, to mean a receptacle, a container, or ground, earth, bhumi. So, Parashara Bhatta says that Krishna here means the na, which means bliss. He's a receptacle of extreme joy because of his constant pastimes, just like his eternal pastimes. So, this Krishna, that also from Karshan, plowing. So there's from Mahabharata, Krishami Prithiving Partha, I will plow the earth, Partha. Bhutva Krsnah Yasho Halaha, becoming a plow, I will plow the earth. Krishno Varnas Chame Yasmat Tasmat Krishno Hamarjuna. Because I become a black iron plow, when the earth becomes hard, and I plow the earth, and therefore I'm known as Krishna. That's a quote from Mahabharata. I have to see the context to understand that. So, Krishna, Shyamasundar, darkness, Okay, so much more could be said about Krishna, but I won't say anything more now unless anyone has any questions about this. Where? Ah, yeah, please. What does a preacher do when he goes to the spiritual world? Because there's no preaching there. It's nothing but preaching. Everyone's always glorifying Krishna. Then he can come back also in this material world. The preacher always lives in the spiritual world. So, my personal speculation, if you want, is that Srila Prabhupada, it's not that he just comes to this world once and then glad that's over and goes back, but one who is so much empowered by Krishna to preach Krishna consciousness. Is it just something he does, just occasionally, like sneezing or something like that? It would seem to be a spiritually reasonable speculation that Srila Prabhupada that's his service to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Hansadutta used to quote, maybe you heard him say that Prabhupada said that the spiritual master eternally preaches in the spiritual world and his confidential associates come with him. Remember hearing Hansa say, yeah, he used to say that a lot, right? You said ISKCON in the spiritual world. Prabhupada said there'll be ISKCON in the spiritual world and everyone can join except Mr. Naya. Except Mr. Naya of Juhu infamy, who when Prabhupada got the news that he would died suddenly of a heart attack, Prabhupada clapped his hand and said, "Thank you, Krishna." And later he revealed, I was praying to Nrsimhadev to remove him. Such are the pastimes of a pure devotee of Krishna. So, you're going to have to come back again and again to serve Srila Prabhupada's mission. Hare Krishna! All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Shri Vishnu Sahasranama ki jai.